Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we're going to be taking a look at Super Boss Monster. So this is they're calling it the next evolution of Boss Monster, but this is a standalone version of Boss Monster, but it's also completely compatible with previous versions of Boss Monster. This is my first foray into Boss Monster, mainly because you can now play it solo. So this has a solo mode included in it. I believe the other ones were like 8-bit decorated, and this is more 16 Super Nintendo bit decorated, but I love the box. Love everything that's going on here. Before we get into the box, let's just give ourselves a nice little backdrop here and take a look at this wonderful playmat, which just is giving me Legend of Zelda Link to the Past vibes. So there is this side here, which is compatible with a multiplayer game, but for you solo players out there, you have the solo mode side. So very nice. Let's just get that laid out and start getting it flat here, and let's take a look at the box, the main content here. So this game has some drafting mechanics to it, and kind of a tableau builder aspect to it, where you're building out dungeons. So you are the boss, you're Bowser, and you're building out your dungeon and trying to take out the heroes as they make their way through the dungeon. So it's kind of the opposite of most games. Anyways, rule book. Love the look of the rule book. Again, we're just sticking very heavily with the Super Nintendo theme here. Doesn't look too bad here. Lots of decent pictures. There's a fair amount of text here. But yeah, we should be fine. Generally, I like this section at the beginning, to be honest with you. Anatomy of the board and cards. Explain to me what the cards mean when I'm looking at them, and explain to me what the board means before you even give me setup. Anyways, that's just my personal preference. I feel like it just is a better flow of learning the information. And here is the solo mode. So really just it's very straightforward. And then additional challenge mode and a glossary in the back. So not too bad there. Here we go. Super Boss Monster accessories. Interesting. This is like a little additional thing. The big box, the ultimate storage solution for all your Boss Monster and Super Boss Monster games. So I'm wondering if that holds like all the old Boss Monster stuff. That's what it looks like to me. But it's interesting. I don't know if I'm supposed to save this here. And what do we got here? Overboss Duel. Okay, I don't have Overboss Duel. And this looks like it goes along with it. So I'm just going to save this off to the side in case I ever end up with that game. So here we've got heart tokens, these tokens, some other things. But we actually got us some upgraded versions of all these. So these are just chunkier. Basically everything, this is the only thing I'm going to need out of this punch out here. But these are nice, chunky, like wooden meeples. Easier to get your hands on, but look essentially exactly the same. So we're just going to set this off to the side there. Here we have our board. Again, we don't need this board, but looks like it's held nicely here in the box. So we will probably keep it around. We've got some metal coins. I think these were like Kickstarter bonus stretch goals or something like that. They have the feel of a token, arcade token, which is nice. We have our little Meeple wizards and a crown. I'm assuming that's first player token here. That's probably for all of the heart things. Hopefully they all fit in there. Each little guy has a spot, and then the extra tokens there. Very nice. And here we have some really cool shiny cards. So yeah, let's take a look at some of these cards here. Let's take a look at the shiny cards here. Boss Monster, Epic Hero. I wonder if these are also for another game, but we're gonna open them up anyways because I want to see the shiny. Ooh, cool. Just one shiny card. Wonder if this is like the stretch goals promo pack or whatever. All right, two versions of Karax. Sandstorm, Adulthood, Disaster, Firebolt, Easter Egg. Adults, Mere Monk, Owl Brothers, and Shorelings. Okay. So yeah, basically, you're going to be drafting, and building out your dungeon with cards like these. Wind up trap. Lots of fun stuff in here. Trap room, monster room, more trap rooms, minion area, strength buffs, counterfeit maps, kobold rush. These are probably like spell decks, yeah. Whereas these are room decks. Support. But then you start having the heroes here. So these are the guys that are going to be coming through that you're trying to defeat. Each one of them plays a little differently. Looks like there might be a player count to them as well. So I don't see any with a single little meeple on them. Kind of weird how they organize these. We've got lots of clerics here. But then more rooms. Obsessed Collector. Spellsmatic Monarch. Oh, so these are the bosses. Okay. What's this guy? Oh, he's also a boss. So I don't know what the difference between these blue ones are. These guys definitely look like bosses. Robabra. Queen Croc, Pluto, Arcadius. Yeah, we're still on bosses. Yeah, there we go. And then room deck. Okay. So yeah, there we go. A few more things to just show off in case you were considering picking this game up, as well as some of the accessories. I really like everything's got a little slot here in the box. They do have a card set, which is very nice because the card sleeves match the backs of the cards. So very easy to determine which cards go where. And yep. So sleeves. And then these guys. So, oops. As you're playing, you're going to be, like I said, it's a tableau builder. So you're going to be laying out your dungeon. And so these are just fun little things that allow you to give to people so they can lay out their dungeons as so. So, you know, you build your rooms this way, you have your boss, wounds, souls. Just gives you a nice place to put everything. And these should be different. They should be unique. So everybody can play with their own little flavor here. So that looks like a pretty standard dungeon to me. This one looks like more of a, I don't know what you want to call this, somebody's office. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is definitely like the caverns below, very earthy feel there. And one more. Definitely gonna need to let these lay flat for a little while. And that one, which gives me Super Mario Brothers 3 vibes, like Tanuki suit. Anybody? Anyways, so there you go. That's some of the accessories that come with Super Boss Monster. I would have loved to have shown off the deluxe box, but again, that's more meant to hold like if you have a bunch of Boss Monster content, which I don't. So we're just gonna stick with the main box here and see how Super Boss Monster treats us, and then maybe we'll expand from there. But be on the lookout for a playthrough video, not a playthrough, a how to play video in the very near future when we get this one to the table. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day.